Hey, ¿qué tal, chicos, chicas? Bienvenidos a la zona del metal. Estamos con un invitado de lujo. Se trata de Eric Peterson, nada más y nada menos, el guitarrista legendario de los Testament, quienes estarán pronto ya por acá en Quito, en el Metal Fest. Así que la bienvenida. Hello, Eric. We will welcome to you to Ecuador, and I will start with the interview. First of all, please, your greetings for the audience.
Okay. Yeah, I'm very excited to be here and talk with you.
Thank you, Eric. Titans of Creation, your third work, has had an excellent acceptance. What was it like to release it in the context of a pandemic?
Well, we weren't planning on releasing it in the pandemic. It just everything happened right when that happened. I remember getting home and from Europe when everything happened, everything started closing down, and I don't know if we should have waited, because we put out a couple singles at that point, but we did, nobody knew how long it was going to be. It's like, yeah, everything will open up back in May or June, and that didn't happen. I mean, it took 2 years.
Yeah.
So in a way, I'm kind of happy because the music was there for all the fans there, while they're at home, not able to go out and whatnot. But yeah, it was a very crazy time, and still are. But now, obviously, we get to finally come to South America.
Yeah.
3.5 years, almost 4 years later.
Yeah, and you will be in Ecuador again. And how was Ecuador when you visit us many times ago?
It was really cool. I remember we had a great time. The elevation was a little bit high, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so we're kind of like, ooh. We had a great time. The crowd was awesome. Met some people there, stayed in contact with a couple people. And yeah, we're excited to come back. I mean, Creator Testament, that's going to be a thrash
of Titans.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Yeah. Testament has always been attached to its roots. What is the secret to stay current but faithful to its essence?
That, staying faithful to our essence of what we're about and where we came from. And, we try to experiment with different stuff, but I think with rock and roll, or, when you're a band like Testament for so long, you have a certain formula that works and you kind of have to stick with it. And that's hard as a musician because you want to try different things, but you can't go too far to where people are like, what the hell? That's, I bought a Testament record. I want to hear Testament. I want to hear, a certain sound. Yeah. So, like any hard rock or metal band or rock, you have to, once you have a fan base, I think you kind of have to stick to a formula. And the hard part is coming up with stuff that feels good and, you as a listener too, because I'm a fan of kind of what I do, I guess, kind of in my genre of music, because all the influences that I have, it's harder to write stuff like that than to experiment with something like, wow, that's cool, let's do that. But then people are like, what the hell?
Yeah.
So.
And what is your favorite Testament album? What do you think is the highest and the lowest point of the band?
I don't really think like that because I think we work so hard on each record. I mean, they're all different and there's different surroundings and different kinds of music we listened to during those sessions that we did. But some of my favorites, I'd have to say, I would say like Demonic and The Gathering. Of course,
more brutal stuff.
Yeah, the more brutal stuff is my forte of what I like. Also, the newer stuff, I really like. Later 2000 stuff, and of course, the 87, 88, the Legacy of the New Order. I think that's some great stuff. I can't believe we wrote that when we were like 20, 21.
Yeah.
Really true.
And about that, how is Dragon Lord at the moment?
Dragon Lord has always been more of a side project. There was a point to where I wanted it to be a band and tour, but there just wasn't enough time, I think. So right now I'm actually working on some material as well, and Testament, but it's going to be more, I think, of a side project, you know, just putting out records. I mean, the last one was put out in 2018, and the one before that was 2005. So there was a very long, very long time. But I mean, I really enjoy playing that kind of music as well. Yeah.
After the departure of Jim Hoglan, how did you get closer to Dave Lombardo? And how is the relationship with him?
Dave Lombardo actually contacted us when he heard about Gene. I think it got announced, and with the internet, everything happened so quick. I mean, with the next day that it was announced publicly that Dave gave us a call, and it was great. You know, we had a lot of fun with them, and you know, we got to play, you know, some stuff off the Gathering with him, and it's great. You know, we're still very close.
Cool. Eric Peterson is an icon of the global metal. How do you see your influence on the scene and yourself in the future?
Well, thank you for that. I don't really look at myself like that. To me, it's more about Testament and the band, and I think my role in the band is changing a lot, though. I'm starting to play more solos, and I mean, I've always been a big part of it as far as songwriting and, you know, recording rhythms and stuff like that. But for the future, I see myself more as a overall guitar player, not being stuck on just he's the rhythm guy, you know, solos and stuff like that, and pushing my brand a little bit more as far as, like, you know, the kind of guitars that I'm playing.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
What is the expectation of this tour in Latin America and your participation in the Metal Fest for the first time, this Metal Fest in Quito?
You know, it's going to be great. I'm just touring with, I mean, we've been doing this, The Bass Strikes Back, with Death Angel, Exodus, and Testament, and it's really been accepted everywhere. I mean, we're going to Japan with it, all these other places. Doing Clash of the Titans with Creator is kind of the same thing, but different, you know, different parts of the world. But Testament and Creator have a history of, you know, spawning at the same time, and they've done their job in Europe, we've done our job in America, and we crisscrossed whatever. But I think it's going to be a great show for sure.
Cool. And can you give us some greetings for the Ecuadorian audience who loves Testament?
Yeah. What's up, everybody? So we are very excited to come back and play for you. And it's been some time, but we have a great set that we put together. And, you know, Testament and Creator, can't wait to get there and destroy your city.